Hello there internet citizens, welcome to the Gear Slob channel, and this is going to be part of a new series I'm going to do called Why Did I Buy That? It's looking at various purchases I've made of gadgets and things and asking the question, why did I buy that? Today we're having a look at the Canon G3X. Now the Canon G3X is part of Canon's range of compact cameras that includes the G7X, G5X, and there's a couple of other models there as well. And the thing that distinguishes the G3X from the others is this very large lens. As you can see on there, it's 24 by 600, and later on in the video I'll give you a demonstration of what that lens can actually do. You can use it obviously in full auto mode and just merrily snap away, or you can actually put it into full manual mode, which gives you control over the aperture and shutter speed and ISO. The reason I got this was I wanted something that was relatively idiot proof that I could take good shots with, but also had the option later on when I got a little bit more confident and wanted to experiment a little more and put it into manual settings and just try different things as well. The other advantage with the G3X is you also have here a mic input and also a headphone jack. So also one of the other little helpful touches is that mic input has a little red ring around it, so that you know that that's for the mic and not your headphone. A camera like the Canon 80D that I'm actually filming this video on, it doesn't have that, and I've mixed them up a couple of times, and that's quite frustrating when you've recorded a video and only come to find that you plug the microphone into the headphone jack. So that is quite a little handy feature there of the G3X. I've got to say it as well that the build quality of this thing is it's pretty good. I believe it's weatherproofed, so you can get a bit of rain on it and it's not going to cause you too many issues. Obviously that lens is fixed onto the body of the camera, you can't take it off. It's not like a DSLR or mirrorless where you can change the lens. So looking at the back there, we've got a flip up screen, which is pretty handy. I think that's fairly common with the other cameras in the Canon G series range. That also flips out like so as well. So you also have the option, other than using your manual modes and your aperture and shutter priority, you've got various preset modes there, like you've got a miniature mode and black and white, and if you want to make your video look all vintagey and that type of thing, you can do that too. Well, this is a little demonstration of the Canon G3X's main party trick, which is the enormous zoom lens. Now in the middle of this picture on top of that hill is a cell phone tower, and we're just going to zoom in on that. You can see it coming into view now. I couldn't see it before. There it is. Oh, and keep going a bit more. There we go. We're at 100 times zoom, at the maximum zoom. Now that cell phone tower is 3 kilometers away, and that's picking that up fairly clearly right there in the frame. But we'll pull back just so you can get an idea of how far we have actually zoomed. And there we go, 3 kilometers away. So there are a few things that I don't like about this camera. There are a few issues. If you're into vlogging and using the camera, holding it and pointing it at yourself, a lot of vloggers like to have an external microphone. I've got a Rode Video Micro here, which is a fairly popular microphone used by vloggers, so it's just a demonstration of one of the issues here. with this if you are doing something like vlogging where you're talking to the camera. So I'll pop that on, pop that into the microphone jack. All's good, you're ready to vlog, you flip the screen up and you really can't see anything there. Unlike the 80D where the camera flips out to the side, you have the camera flips out to the side. Where the screen flips out to the side, you can see what's going on, you can judge your shot, see what you need to change. It's right there. With this, with the microphone on there, it's fairly useless. So with this as well, because you're able to put it into manual mode, if you use an intervalometer, you can do time lapses with it. So there's rumours on the grapevine that Canon are going to make this obsolete very soon. It's March 2018 and there's rumours that there will be a Mark II version of this coming out. But you might look to pick one up on the second-hand market. It would be a great camera to have if you're an aspiring filmmaker of some sort, or you just want to up your photography game. You can take some pretty beautiful shots on there as well. If you're traveling and you need a camera with a zoom lens on it that can capture faraway shots, and you're trying to save space and not take a DSLR with a massive lens, well, this could be an option for you. It's like all the Canon cameras I've found so far, it's really nicely made. It feels great to hold in the hand. Even the compacts, it just fits nicely. They tend to do a really good job of the ergonomics and make it fit the user rather than the other way around. There are some quite good little presets there. There's a star time-lapse mode. There's a miniature mode here as well, which I think is... yeah, you can apply different effects with it. There's toy camera, sort of landscape mode, background defocus, so monochrome, vivid, poster, and some of those are fun to play around with. A fisheye effect, nostalgic, and high dynamic range as well. So as a camera to get for someone who just wants to really raise their photography game, well, that's the reason why I got this. I wanted a bit more than what I could shoot on a phone. I really wanted to lift it and take better photographs and also better video as well. And this really does give you best of both worlds of that. The video, you can take up to 50 frames per second, as I live in a PAL country. So 50 frames per second in 1080 HD. And that's the other thing I should point out. There is no eyepiece like you would have on a traditional DSLR. You can get one as an optional extra that sits in the hot shoe mount, but that costs here, I think it's about $250. And seeing as the camera's $900 to $1,000, that's a pretty expensive little addition to it, if that's what you really want to do. The battery life is another little bugbear for me. It's not great. And generally, I believe Canon rated it about 300 shots. And generally with the star time lapses that I've done, at the very best with a fully charged battery, you'll get about a 19-20 second time lapse if you're lucky. So the battery life is not great, but it's, you pick up a couple of spares and you're good to go. So one of the other issues that I have with this camera is if you're using a tripod. Now, if you have it on the tripod, you've done a time lapse or you've been taking video, whatever, and your battery's running low or your SD card is nearing capacity, you need to swap it out. The issue is that both of those things, the battery and the SD card, are both accessed via this little port here. If you have a tripod camera plate on there, you can't open that section up. You have to take that plate off. I'll take it off the tripod and unscrew it, and then you can access the port there and swap out your SD card or change your battery over. So if you made it this far, thanks a lot for watching. That was a little look at the Canon G3X and trying to answer the question, why did I buy that? And I hope that's given you a bit of insight into the Canon G3X. If you like this video, if you could give us a thumbs up, that'd be great. If you didn't like it, hey, give us a thumbs down. That's your call. And if you want to see some more videos on the Gearslob channel, well, just hit the old subscribe button there. I'm sure you probably know how to do that, and there'll be more content coming. Thanks a lot for watching.